Hey guys, JH, welcome to Practice Tea, or Practice Tea Antarctica. It is so cold here today. And guys, no matter how cold it ever gets, you'll never see me in long pants. I don't own any. But it is freezing cold today. I've got about 3 layers of clothes on, or tops on, so I wonder I can swing. But guys, I had to get out here today because I want to show you something that I think that anybody that's been on channel lock and is now reasonably proficient with the protocols, they can employ this aspect. And I think this is probably, one of the most important aspects that will make up the channel lock protocol. Now, I've had this from day one, but I haven't introduced it because I didn't think it was an appropriate time in the course of learning the channel lock, that being an appropriate time to put something as significantly, well, we could use the word radical, but something that is as radical as this is in the initial phases of learning. But I think it's time now. If you've got reasonable competency now in your channel lock protocol, I'm sure that you can apply this. And if I look a bit rotund today, guys, and I'm far from rotund, it's only because I've got layers of clothing on. I wish I was rotund in this cold weather. I'd have a little bit of insulation on me. So guys, what I'm going to term the title of today's video, apart from it being the most important part ever in the channel lock protocol, I'm going to call it the channel lock pre-turn. And really, guys, it is simplistically that. It is this. In channel lock, clearly, we get here and then we have a back cock. Well, we're going to over-exemplify the back cock to the extent that we're going to turn our shoulders to a preset position where it basically mirrors, or feels like it mirrors, the completed backswing, or the top of the backswing shoulder turn amount. Now, we won't get to that amount, but we want to feel that we do. And the reason I want to do that, guys, is simply this, that if we get here, and I'll show you what a pre-turn is, if we get here and I'm closed and then I just pre-turn completely here like that, all I have to do theoretically is just pick my arms up. The turn is already done. The weight has already been shifted into that trail axis. We don't have to do anything else. You just don't have to do anything else. You just pre-turn to what you think is the feeling of the completed shoulder turn in the backswing, which will be shut to shut to shut, and then just try and keep it there as much as you can. And really, guys, believe it or not, with a full pre-turn, it's much easier to get the feeling that you're there and you're firing your arms there and they are staying closed. Much more easy than doing it with a partial closing of the shoulders at address. So it's basically this, guys. We get in here, we've got our little bit of back cock, then we really increase the back cock to here. Now, the thing you'll have to overcome mentally or neurologically is the feeling that in that position there, back cock, that you're pointing 100, for a right-hander, you're pointing 100 yards right. But bear in mind, all you're doing is replicating where your shoulders will be at the top of the golf swing. Now, it will feel entirely different to how it feels at the top of a golf swing in a normal golf swing, because you're doing it at address. And that shoulder turn hasn't been disguised in the motion of a normal backswing. We're basically very deliberately doing it and activating it and creating it. So the creation of that shoulder turn is going to feel entirely different to that of a of a non-deliberately created full backswing shoulder turn position. So windy and cold here, guys. It is just ripping here. It's just so cold. Oh, my hands are blue. Okay, so this is it, guys. Look at this. Have a look at this. As we say in Australia, take a geezer at this cobber. Have a geezer at this cobber. Take a geezer. In America, I think they call a geezer an old person. But have a geezer. Take a look at this. So we get in here, guys. We have our little bit of back cock. But then we go, here. And we just hammer it like that. First hit of the day, guys. Freezing cold body, and that is just, that's 4-iron. And that is just killed. Killed. I lie, it's a 5-iron. I'll get 4-iron. And guys, see what happened there? That's a dead cold swing, and I mean cold. I mean, I'm freezing. All locked up, body-wise. And that was just hammer time, and that wind is coming like this. And that just, well, that went like a 4-iron. So we get in here, guys. We get here. Then we completely back cock here, pre-turn. Oh! Only just come down. It's just stalling up out there in that wind, but that was just... And guys, the thing that's incredible, I mean, I hit the ball reasonably in the centre of the club most times. When I don't hit it in the centre of the club, and this is just an aside, when you start hitting the ball towards the heel of the club, you're not turning enough in the backswing. You're just not turning enough and getting the club far enough back that you can underplane it on the downswing. And I find that when if I've had a big workout and I'm really tight or just sore, I don't turn enough and I start to neck it a little bit. That very rarely happens. But the point I'm making there is I normally hit the ball right in the centre of the club most times. But that is just pure centre. If you had a mechanical, a geometric plotting of this golf club and had an absolute dead centre of the blade, that's where I'm hitting the ball with that pre-cock. And I find it easier to maintain the closed shoulders. I get here, I've got a little bit of back cock. Now I'm going at a full pre-cock. And if ever you wanted to test the integrity of ball flight, it's with this type of wind. I mean, it is dead into here, crosshead wind. If there's going to be any imperfection in the strike or the quality of the strike, this wind is going to show it up. My hands are even cold, guys. So here we go. We're in here. We've got our bit of back cock. Now we're going into full pre-turn. Never ever in my life hit a ball better than that. Now you hear that a lot on the JH practice tee, but the good thing is that with the evolution of channel lock, that is happening on a regular basis. I'm getting better and better and better contact. And I must say that a few weeks ago I thought, if I never hit the ball any better than this, I'll be happy for the rest of my life. But I've improved that probably 10 or 15%. So I'm actually hitting the ball so much better than I ever thought, or I ever have, or I ever thought I had the capability to hit the ball. I mean, it is just extraordinary. I don't know what that looks like, guys, but I can tell you it feels fantastic, and it feels like that. Feels like the shoulders are still closed and I'm firing here. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like I get here, I back cock here, and then I fire my arms that way. And the more pre-turn that I can get on the shot, the better I hit it. Just amazing. Full pre-turn. And look at this, guys. Wow, that's just gone straight over the fence. I didn't even think that fence was in play from here. There's no bee fence over there. I just didn't think it was in play. But that was amazing. But the point I'm making, guys, see this here? You know what that is? That's shoulder block. Remember back a few months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I did some videos and I called it shoulder block, and a feeling you'll get in channel lock. Shoulder block. If you get in here and you keep your shoulders closed enough, you'll be here, and this will be blocking this arm through the ball, and you'll get shoulder lock, and this will still be there. Now that's what you get with this pre-turn, because the shoulders are so overturned in the backswing that they want to stay there when you hit the ball. Just change the angle a little bit. Go this way. Here we go. I'm going to full turn. Look at this, guys, look. Now my normal release with channel lock is down here. But because my shoulder is blocking so much, now the thing you'll really have to overcome, and I said that earlier in the video, is do you feel like you're aiming, I feel like I'm aiming 200 yards right. Because you never get that feeling in a normal golf swing. In a normal golf or a normal channel lock, in the course of doing the backswing, all that is disguised, all that fullness of that shoulder turn is disguised. My nose is running and everything. So, yeah, you don't get that feeling, guys. I'll just hit another one in this direction here. It's pretty hard here, guys, in the cow paddock. Might hit this one sort of pretty close to the camera line. This could knock the camera straight off its pedestal. Here, I'm going to really... That's scary because I'm aiming straight at the camera. Just aim a little bit further left. Well, yeah. It's fantastic. And I was a bit jittery there because I thought, you know, you've only got to miss this a little bit, JH, but well, I'm not doing that with the channel lock swing. And, you know, there's a couple of $1,000 video camera gone. Okay, we'll hit a couple this way. All right, now the whole, this is it. This is the process. We take our grip here. This is channel lock. This is my protocol. I always take my grip over here, my lead hand, bring it over here, pick up this one here. I've already targeted. I do my little 3 duck drinks, come in here, back cock, and then I really pre-turn. And then I just hammer it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well guys, it was there in the early days and I experienced this, and I've got to tell you off camera, but not on all the videos I've done, in probably the 50 or 60 videos we've done on channel lock. You know, every few practice sessions I would hit, you know, 20 or 30 shots with that pre-close, because I knew that I would be introducing it full time into my channel lock. And from now on, guys, you will see it every time I address the golf ball. I will have what I call pre-turn. Okay guys, that's basically the essence of it. I will elaborate a bit more on it as the days go on. I need to go over and get some tissues for my running nose. And that was good yesterday, guys, hitting the ball with the eyes closed. This is 4-iron, eyes closed. Wow, eyes closed with pre-turn. This will be good. Haven't tried that. Well, it wasn't bad. It was a bit daunting. I got back down to my brain said to me, what are you doing, JH? And the grass is so long here, so and with channel lock, as I say, guys, if the grass is long, because we're so low at ball level so early, with the grass is long, it catches the grass coming into the ball. It's not a fat shot, it's just that the club is at ground level or ball level so early in the golf swing. And if the grass is any sort of fat, long, it catches it. Okay, this is pre-cock with eyes closed. Live with that. I'm not going to go playing with my eyes closed. But in the point that Matt Gray from MMI Golf said as a post today, he said the good thing he finds about hitting and he's a good player, what he gets out of it, hitting the ball with your eyes closed, is it just heightens our senses, our inner senses. And that's the whole point. Mr. X made that comment yesterday. He said I just feel where the club's going rather than looking where it's going. I just feel where it's going. So it is and it's not designed to use when you play, guys. It's designed as a practice aid. That's all it is. Okay, guys. We'll do more on the preterm, but it's fantastic. Unbelievable. That is from now on you'll see that every shot I hit with channel lock, because I think it's time for me to unveil it as the premier part of my protocol.